Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live session for today. These are Thyroid Thursdays. Today, we are going to talk about inflammation, especially how it relates to detoxification. So, yes, I am your host, Dr. Anshul Gupta. I am a board certified family physician with advanced training in functional medicine. I'm a former Cleveland Clinic, a functional medicine physician, which is in US. So I welcome you all for our live session today. So we'll get started. I will starting with a presentation on detoxification, and then we will open up for questions. But as usual, I would like, as I introduce myself, I would like to know where you guys are joining us from. So in the chat section, please post where you're joining us from. It is always good to know people, what is happening with them and where are they coming us from. It's just a small way to know each and every person. Um, so it's always nice a way to communicate. So we'll let people join in and see where everybody is coming in from. And then, as I said, I'm going to start with doing a presentation on detoxification. I think that's a very, very important topic. A lot of people might be interested in, and kind of share some safe ways that you can detoxify your body, your liver. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So yes, welcome over here. Priyanka and Shelda is joining us from Delhi, India. Anita is joining us from Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, Other people are joining us from Bangalore, Chennai, from Canada, Orlando, Florida, South Florida. Ankita from India, Debbie from Minnesota, Sophie from Kenya. So that is awesome. From US, from South Africa, people are joining us from Clearwater, Florida, Central Michigan, Dallas. So awesome, great, wonderful guys. So seems like we are attracting a lot of different people from different places. So it's always good to know that people are joining us from all over the world. Um, Rajiv Radha is joining us from London, UK. Wonderful. Khalki joining us from US, from France. So that is great. Veronica is from Texas. So wonderful guys. Ismail is joining us from Sri Lanka, from Dubai, from Kerala. So that is so good that people are joining us from all over the world, different places. Somebody joining us from France. So that's the power, like which I like to kind of share, where people are joining us. We are able to reach people all over the world. It's so good, when people from all over the world can get benefit from these sessions. So I'm hoping these sessions are useful. We're putting in a lot of effort, preparing these presentations and trying to give you some practical ways or tips that you can utilize in your daily life. That's a goal. Because we are otherwise putting off other videos and other things that you can utilize for longer term basis. But these live sessions, I'm gearing very much towards about practical things that you can do on the daily basis, because that's what everybody like misses. Okay, well, how do I implement stuff, right? What should I be eating? What should I be taking? So that's the reason I'm gearing these sessions very much towards those things. Always your questions are nice and welcome, and that's also another goal of answer as many questions that you guys have, so that way we can give you again more specific information and help you out with specific things. So that's great. So yes, I think most of the people have joined in and more people will trickle in, but I will get started with my session in terms of presenting some good information about detoxification, why that is important and what mistakes people do, and mainly focusing on lifestyle choices that you can do on your own. And then obviously we will do touch base on the supplement piece of it also, but as much as possible try to focus on things that you can do on the regular basis. And then, as I said, we will open up for questions. So yes, please share your comments during the presentation, what you like, what you don't like. That again helps me to make things better, because that way we can gear these things towards what is most useful. So I think, like meanwhile I'm presenting, if you guys have any comments about the previous sessions or previous presentation, what you really liked and what you didn't like, please feel free to share, because that way the goal is to share information that you like, okay, not what I know, because I know a whole bunch of things, a lot of things, but if it is not getting through, then there is no point in doing it. So please share. We'll really appreciate your feedback. So that's great. Okay, so I think I will start with my presentation, and then we will go from there. So let's do that. Alrighty, here we go. So hopefully you guys are able to see my screen. Last time we had some issues; people were not able to see the screen, but I hope everybody is. So please again post in the comment section that yes, you are able to see the screen. So I am just confirming that you are. So today's session is about detoxification, right? Obviously, liver is your master detoxifier of your body, but we are going to focus on also other ways of detoxification, other channels of your body, which will help your body to detoxification. So that's what we are going to do, focusing a lot more on detoxification, everything that you need to know about detox. So why detox, right? What is there so much important about detox that you should guys should be aware of, right? So it's about all the toxins that our body accumulates and then goes through. Okay, so like heavy metals, right? Which are like lead, mercury, arsenic, aluminium. So heavy metals are one of those toxins which since ancient time we know that they are present in our environment and can cause diseases, right? So they're still present, unfortunately, in our environment in various different ways. A lot of people are high in lead, especially people coming from India or using spices or food products from India are very high in lead. The reason being the Indian soil is high in lead. So anything that grows carries, unfortunately, issues with lead. Mercury is present in fish, right? So people who are eating fish on a regular basis, we know that that can be a source of mercury. Arsenic comes from rice. Again, a lot of Asian grown rice, is high in arsenic. So we know that. Aluminium comes from your cooking utensils. Most of the cooking utensils, even though they might say stainless steel, they have aluminium mixed in them. So these heavy metals are like literally so much present all around our body, is that our environment that we do tend to get exposed to them. Environmental toxins like air pollution, that's a very big thing now these days. Mold toxins, pesticides, right? So mold or environmental toxins are very big, that everybody should be knowing about. Mycotoxins, if your house or any other place has had any water damage, mold can grow in there. If your house or basement or any other place smells moldy or damp, that again is mold your body is getting exposed to. Food toxins, right? Our food is being grown with a lot of sprays, insecticide, pesticides. So these are all food toxins that we harbor into. And then household chemicals. Cleaning our houses is great, but a lot of times the amount of toxins or chemicals we are using to clean our houses is enormous, and that again is another toxin exposures. What people think is that all of these toxins are separate. Well, the problem is that they're not separate. You have one detox system and all of the toxins go to the same detox system. So it's the cumulative effort. Basically, all of these toxins, combined together is what we call as total toxin burden. So we all get constantly exposed to it, some people more than the others. And some people have genetic issues that they are not able to clear toxins as effectively as other people. And that's where we have to focus on the detox. Most people who have autoimmune diseases, Hashimoto's, thyroid disorders, gut issues, um, chronic diseases, toxins play a very, very significant role. So definitely I will recommend that everybody should be knowing about toxins so they can kind of help them to eliminate it. So that's the reason toxins are important, because they're all around us and we all should be knowing about them. Okay, so now this is a very important thing. Okay, so liver is the master organ of our body which helps in detox, right? So everybody is aware of it. Now, so there are three phases of detox. Okay, so and it's very important to optimize all the three phases, because if you're not optimizing all three, then you're creating problem. What are these phase three? So how does your body handle toxins? This is what is told over here. So phase one is basically your body, your liver gets the toxins, let's say it is BPA from plastics. Okay, so it basically adds an intermediate compound, right? Basically it attaches a compound to it so that it can process the toxins. Okay, so it's called an intermediate compound, because the toxins from an environment, our body is not able to keep up with the new toxins every time that our body is getting exposed to. So this is an age old, since we have been existent for millions of years. This is the way our body handles toxins. First phase is conversion, where it takes these toxins, converts them into these intermediate compounds, so that the next phase can happen. But these intermediate compounds, if left alone, they can actually damage your body more because they are more toxic. This is where the neutralization phase happens. So second phase is neutralization, where your liver neutralizes these intermediate compounds by neutralizing agents, adding safe compounds to them. And then the third phase is elimination. Okay, the third phase elimination means that these safe compounds are eliminated outside your body, because if these safe compounds are not eliminated, they still remain in your body, and again over the course of time they can get converted into other compounds, which again start damaging your body. So that's the reason, very very important, that we have to remove safely these compounds outside our body, whether it is through our gut, whether that's where the bile comes into place, whether it is through our kidneys, whether it's through our sweat glands, any of those things, or lymphatic glands, any of those things are fine. Very very important that we have to work on all of the three phases. So very important to know that there are three phases, because most people are only working on phase 1 or phase 2, which again leads to accumulation of toxins in your system. Okay, so what are the most powerful detox foods that you should be aware of? First of them is the cruciferous vegetables. Okay, so these are one of the most powerful detox foods, which plays a very very significant role in detoxifying your body. Now again, a lot of the people have been told that, oh well, cruciferous are not good for your thyroid because they are goitrogenic vegetables. So well, this is an old study which was based on that goitrogenic vegetables can interfere with iodine absorption. Currently the number one reason of thyroid disorders is Hashimoto's disease, and we have couple of research studies which shows that these cruciferous can be really good because they help with autoimmune process. Specifically, there's a compound called sulfloropane, which is a very powerful detoxifier and helps eliminate several toxins, heavy metals, mold toxins, environmental toxins, plastics. Sulfloropane helps in eliminating all of these toxins. So very good vegetables definitely should be included in everybody's diet if they are working on the detox regimen, which is the broccolis, cauliflowers, Brussels sprouts. All of these are cruciferous vegetables. Now, what is the best way of eating these crucifers? So the best way is that you just lightly steam them, and then you add some sea salt or iodized salt, a little bit of olive oil, and black pepper. When you combine all of these things, that becomes a powerful detoxification food, because lightly steaming them, actually these vegetables, the sulfloropane compounds actually becomes active. By adding sea salt, you get all the minerals which is needed by your liver. By adding olive oil, it improves your bile flow, and the black pepper again acts as an antioxidant, which again helps the sulfloropane compounds to work better in your body. So, one of my favorite foods for detoxification are cruciferous vegetables. Make sure you're including them regularly on your diet. I think that will be very, very useful for you. The other detox foods that should be part of your diet, one of them is beets. Now, beets are actually, interestingly, those foods which do not get the limelight that they deserve. Okay, the reason being, nobody has spoken about all the good benefits of beets. So they are very very high in different antioxidant compounds, as well as they are very high in pectins. Pectins are basically um, fibers or prebiotics which helps absorb the heavy metals from your system and help them to eliminate from your gut. So beets, that purple color of the beet is a very special antioxidant, which helps, in your body with detoxification. They are high in nitric oxide that improves the blood flow to your liver as well as throughout your body. So that way, again, they flushes the liver also. So again, like include beets into your diet. I think that will be very, very great food for detox. Green leafy vegetables, okay, yes, we know that greens are very important, but greens are also very important for detoxification. Whether it is spinach, whether it is kale, whether it is lettuce, whether it is cilantro, all of the greens play a very significant role. Every green has different role to play in detox. Let's say for kale is very high in quercetin, spinach is very high in iron and chlorophylls. Then cilantro, have several research studies show that it can help in removing heavy metals, right? So green leafy vegetables are very important to include. Some people are concerned about high oxalate levels in spinach and things. So obviously you can choose alternate greens if you want to. But unless oxalates have caused problem to you, majority of my patients do tolerate these greens very easily. So again, should be a part of your detox regimen. Avocados are another food. As you know, I love avocados because they are kind of super food for me. How do they? Everybody thinks they have good fats, right? But which is the case. But also, avocados work really good in eliminating toxins from your gut system, because again, they are very high in soluble fiber, which basically acts as a binder and binds to all of the heavy metals and other toxins and help them to eliminate through your gut very, very quickly. They are very high in specific vitamins and specific omegas, which again helps in reducing inflammation in your liver and helping to function better. So again, avocados are great, give you the good fats as well as helps your body in eliminating toxins. Okay, so these are very, very important foods. So these are my top foods in terms of that you should definitely include: cruciferous vegetables, beets, green leafy vegetables, avocados, to help eliminate your toxins importantly. What to avoid? Okay, yes, you need to know what you eat, but you need to also know what you need to avoid. You need to obviously avoid inflammation causing food which puts pressure on your liver, because liver not only processes toxins, it also processes sugar, it also processes simple carbohydrates, which ultimately gets converted to sugar. So the more things you put into the liver, and liver has to process sugar or simple carbohydrates first, so it has to stop or leave the work of eliminating toxins from your system and process this sugar from your body. So that's the reason, very, very important, that you need to eliminate sugar and processed foods, refined sugar, high fructose corn syrup. You need to avoid conventional meat and dairies, which are again filled with high amount of toxins. We have, or everybody knows that alcohol affects the liver, so again, try to reduce it. Seed oils like soybean oil, canola oil, and cottonseed oil, these oils again actually have all of these different kinds of fats, which leads to accumulation or fatty liver in your liver. So that's the reason staying away from them will be good. Hidden toxins, right? Plastic containers and conventional cleaning products, and also, if as much as possible, if you can produce buy organic food, that will be good. I know it is not possible for each and every person to buy organic, or it is not available, which is fine, but at least make an effort. So, processed food, stay away from them. Artificial sweeteners, stay away from them. Sugary food, seed oils, conventional meats and dairies, and alcohol. So, these are the food which, if you will stay away from it, they will definitely lessen the burden and improve your detox systems. Detox herbs, okay? So, again, herbs, you guys might know that I love herbs like cilantro, we already spoke about, right? It is very good for removing heavy metals. It is part of our detox regimen that we use. Removes lead, mercury, aluminium. So again, use cilantro as much as possible. Definitely will be very, very useful. Milk thistle, everybody should know about milk thistle, right? Milk thistle is one of those wonderful herbs which supports your liver health. Silymarin, which is present in milk thistle, has shown in several research studies it helps with fatty liver issues. It will help in removing toxins from your liver. So milk thistle is one of those things. Either you can include them in your diet, or you can obviously eat that as a supplement. Dandelion root, again, great. This is especially for the phase 3 detox. If you guys have been following me, we just released a video where I was talking about dandelion root, because it works in the phase 3 detox, especially in bile flow and bile production. Very, very important. There are very few things which work on the phase 3 detox, guys. So if you take anything out from here, is that things which specifically work on phase 3 detox, you should be aware of it, because I'm sure you are listening to a lot of my videos, or you are doing all of your research on the internet, and you already know about a lot of healthy foods, and those healthy foods will help you with your phase 1 and phase 2 detox. But phase 3 detox, a lot of people are not aware of the foods. So dandelion root is one of those things. Okay, very, very important that you should include. Avocados are another thing. Beets are another thing. Okay, so these are the foods definitely you should include for your phase 3 detox, on the regular basis as much as possible. Red clover is another herb. Not many people are aware of it. Most people will not use it as a food, but as a supplement. Turmeric is definitely a great supplement. You can use it as a supplement, as well as it's a spice, an herb that you can use. Obviously, as you know, in Ayurvedic medicine, turmeric is present for centuries now. So I will encourage you to use turmeric in cooking as much as possible, or turmeric teas are great options. So definitely this will be very, very useful for you also for detoxification. Okay, so beyond food, okay, so everybody thinks about, okay, well, tell me about the food, tell me about the food. Yes, food is great, but food only can do so much, right? So beyond the food, you have to work on other things that will help you with the detoxification. So first is exercise and body movement, because with exercise and body movement, these toxins move around in your system, goes to your liver, helps them to eliminate through sweating, through your kidneys. So very, very important that you need to do some body movement at least 20-30 minutes, so that you can move those toxins out from your system. This is, again, we are working on the phase 3 detox, right? Because this is eliminating toxins from the other ways. Infrared saunas, are great also, because the more you sweat, the more you eliminate toxins through sweating. So that's another way of removing toxins. Infrared saunas specifically are good because they penetrate your cells deeper, and the toxins which are present deeper in your cells, so they are able to eliminate those. So that's the reason, if you do have access to infrared sauna, that is great. If not, obviously you can do other things, so that is fine. The next thing is working on your lymphatic flow, okay, which is rebounding is one way, but other way is doing is dry brushing. You might have heard of dry brushing. If not, Google it up or go on YouTube and then find some videos. Very easy to do. Basically, you take a brush and then stroke your skin, and you improve your lymphatic flow. So this is another way of detoxifying your body. Very, very important. So because we need to work on all the channels, right? So we need to work on sweating. We need to work on lymphatic flow. We need to work on moving our body through all of our organs. Hydration is key, because how do you remove those toxins? Is by through your liver, through your kidneys. So make sure you're drinking at least 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. If you can, add some electrolytes. That will again power the detox regimen. Sleep is very important. People will think, well, what is sleep important? Well, during your deep sleep phases, especially your brain, any toxins which has been accumulated over there, your brain detoxifies during the night. Your liver detoxifies during the night, because during the day it is busy processing the food, right? So during the night when you don't eat, that's where your liver processes your toxins. So make sure you have adequate amount of sleep, and also good quality sleep. There are various devices now these days, Apple watches, you can get your Aura ring, which can track your sleep. That will be useful for you. So make sure you're doing that. Okay, so very, very important. So these are beyond the food. These is the complete lifestyle that is going to help you in detoxifying your body. Then comes the supplements, right? Everybody loves supplements. So what are the best supplements that you can utilize to help with detoxification? Milk thistle is a top priority over here. As I said, it has psyllium iron, which supports your liver health. So 200 to 400 milligrams daily, most people can use it. Psyllium iron is great. Uh, Milk thistle is great supplement. Almost everywhere in the world, this supplement is available. So easily you can go to any health food store and you can buy it. Glutathione, everybody might have heard of it. If not, you should, because glutathione is a master detoxifier, master antioxidant in your body. So definitely helps in removing heavy metals, mold toxins, everything in your body. So 500 milligrams is a safer dose. If you can get liposomal glutathione, that is a better form of glutathione. and you guys are aware of it, that we have a liposomal glutathione that we have prepared. A very nice liquid form gets absorbed directly into your cells. Vitamin C is again great in terms of detoxification. It doesn't directly detoxifies your body, but it helps the detox process by acting as an antioxidant. So it supports your liver in helping in eliminate the toxins, and as you know, it improves your immunity too. So vitamin C is a good back end supplement to support the detox. Milk thistle and glutathione works directly on the detox system. So again, probiotics, because it helps in phase 3 detox. Magnesium helps your liver and support your liver in detoxification. So these are again another things that you should be including. If you're doing advanced support, okay, these are some of the things that you can use. Chlorella is very important. Spirulina is very important. Alpha lipoic acid, NAC or N-acetylcysteine is very popular, which is a precursor to glutathione. So I prefer using glutathione. Some people or a lot of people use NAC because it is a precursor to glutathione. So you can use that also. Selenium, a lot of people are using it for thyroid, but actually it helps with the detoxification too. And B vitamins, because B vitamins helps in a lot of different processes, like especially the phase 2 detox. B vitamins are good in phase 1 too, and methylation. So these are the supplements that you can include, or consider including. I'm not saying that you should be doing this, but these are some things that you can look into, and that can help in supporting your body's detox mechanisms. Okay, so that's what you can look into that. Okay, so I just wanted to give you some remedies, and also like a detox, like kind of a 1 day routine that you can follow, that was always useful. So I'm a big fan of teas, because you can add so many ingredients in those teas and everybody loves them. So that's the reason morning, one cup a morning, a detox remedy is something that you can guys can consider, which includes fennel seeds, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, green tea bags, and apple cider vinegar. So literally, it's a powerhouse. It supports all the phases of your detox. Okay, so fennel seeds work on your gut. So again, helps with phase 3 detox. Ginger is an antioxidant, anti-inflammation, reduces inflammation. Turmeric, as you already know, that it works on your liver. Cinnamon helps in detoxifying sugars from your system. Green tea has EGCG, which again is a powerful antioxidant, and apple cider vinegar again helps in bile flow. So the phase 3 detox. So this is a complete drink which works on all the phases of detox for you. So we'll definitely recommend trying it out for a few days if you are doing the detox. Okay, how to make it? So this is a way that basically you make this drink. Boil 2 cups of water. You and you switch off the flame, and then you add your fennel seeds, your ginger, your turmeric, and cinnamon. um, and then you just leave it there for 2-3 minutes, either on low, or you just turn off the heat. Okay, and then you add your green tea bag, just let it steep for 3 to 4 minutes, not longer than that, because if the green tea sits for more than 4 to 5 minutes, then basically that's where the antioxidant property of the green tea lowers. So very important to know that 3 to 4 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, not more than that. Then you strain it, add your 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and then you drink it early in the morning, empty stomach. And then don't gulp it down, do it very slowly, because this is working at cellular level of your body. So this is the way you can start your day with this drink, which will be very, very useful for you. Okay, so kind of what does the 1 day detox plan looks like? This is what it looks like. Like, let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning, you start with your detox tea, which I just shared with you. So start with that, 1 cup of it in the morning. Then comes the breakfast time. So breakfast time, again, as you guys might already be aware of it, I am a very big fan of breakfast smoothies. So green smoothies, where you can add all of your green vegetables, you can add good quality protein over there. If you want to add, like some broccolis or Brussels sprouts, you can definitely do that. Also, some spinach is great. Then you can add some blueberries, or even beets. I add beets to my smoothie because like it's very difficult to eat them otherwise. And in my smoothie, I can mask the taste of beets, and it works good for me. So great, make a smoothie of all the foods that you don't want to eat, and then pair it with food like blueberries or some other apples, so that way you can drink all that food of yours. So smoothies in the morning, or high protein breakfast, And then comes the lunchtime. Again, a lot of veggies. Try to include all the veggies which I told to you about. And then definitely make sure you're including good quality protein. The reason being, the amino acids in the protein are participating in enzymatic reactions of detox. So that's the reason you need to make sure you are including good quality protein with your meals. Then in the evening, you can do celery juice. Everybody knows about celery juice because it has been very popular for detox. A lot of people do it in the morning. You can do it, but if you're doing the detox tea in the morning, you can do it in the evening also. That is fine. Then you can then comes a dinner time. Dinner time is where you can do again some good quality protein with some steamed vegetables. That will again be helpful, and drizzle some olive oil on top of it. Try to stay away from carbs in the night time, because if you eat too many carbs, then your liver is busy processing those carbs in the night and cannot detoxify your body. But if you eat olive oil and then steamed vegetables and then some proteins, then your liver doesn't get overburdened and can actually help your body detoxify. In the night, if you need, you can do the herbal tea and Epsom salt bath, or you can skip this part also. Just do your early dinner, and then with very less carbs or no carbs, that itself will support your body for detox. And then make sure you're improving your quality of sleep, right? For quality of sleep, make sure no blue light or blue light blocking glasses is what you're using. Make sure you're doing de-stressing routines, kind of doing your meditation before you sleep, so you can go to the deep phase of sleep. Magnesium is a great supplement, magnesium glycinate, that is specifically is going to help you in your improving your sleep quality, so you can add that as your bedtime ritual. So this is the one day sample detox plan that I wanted to share with you guys. So how to kind of think about detoxification through food, and then in between this time, include some exercise, some body movement, and then some saunas or sweating, as we discussed before. So yeah, so I just want to share the story. Kim, like, was one of my patient. She was having a lot of fatigue and brain fog, and she had elevated liver enzymes. Somebody told she had fatty liver issues. Her heavy metals were high, and obviously she has thyroid issues. So we developed a protocol. Obviously we gave her the detox remedy plus like a specific diet plan which was focused on detoxification, and added supplements. Specifically in her case, we added glutathione and a blend of supplement to support the liver health, kidney health, and gut health, and a lot of antioxidants. And then amazing, right? Eight within 8 weeks, like she saw amazing improvement in her energy. Brain fog was gone. She lost 50 pounds. Sorry, 15 pounds, not 50. And liver enzymes came back normalized, and heavy metals also improved. So these are the changes that a lot of times when people with detoxification can see. Okay, so that's the reason, that's a power of detox that I would like to share with you. Very, very important that you guys should be aware of it. So that will be useful. So yeah, what do you expect when you go on a detox regimen? You should improve digestion, bloating. Slowly, you'll see better energy, mental clarity. You will see inflammation reducing. So all of these things is what you should be improvement in seeing. Okay. Now, safety guidelines are very important. Okay, this is what I wanted to. If anything that you get out of today's presentation is safe. Okay, be safe. There are a lot of detox regimens out there. A lot of people are doing detoxification on their own. They are buying detox kits and stuff. They all can backfire. Okay, because a lot of these detox kits and things are not working on all the phases of detox, and these detox kits can make things worse for you by like getting toxins out in your system but not safely eliminating them. So you might have heard of people trying to detoxify, they'll end up in the hospital. You might have heard of people who are trying to detoxify, they feel really bad, like they're in the bed literally. So all of those things, like, are not good. So make sure, like, you're doing it safely. That's where the diet and the lifestyle choices are a first priority. And then if you have the opportunity of first checking your toxin levels, that will be really important to know what toxins and how much your body is dealing with. And then if possible, working with a functional medicine provider or a holistic doctor who can help you in safely detoxification will be very, very useful. So that's what I would like you to know. Be safe, important out there. Just do not buy any detox kits out there and start working on them, because that can backfire for you. Okay, so key takeaways: detox is important because we are living in a world. Toxins are there. Phase 3 detox is a missing piece. Most people do not work on it, so please work on that. Foods are good, herbs are good, consistency is great. Make a daily routine which will include not only food but other things that can be helpful. And then obviously morning empty stomach is optimally of doing things for you. Okay, so that's what all I wanted to share with you about detoxification. As you guys know, we have a supplement shop. If you guys want to buy some supplements, you can do it. We do not have all the detox supplements, just one glutathione. But like if you have thyroid or other things, you can buy the supplements. You can work with me if you want to for detoxification, or if you want to know your overall burden of toxins, we have access to advanced testing, so we can check your toxin levels. So that's about the detox. I hope that was useful for you. Now we will open up for questions. So please, now this is the time to share your questions into the comment section. I will try to answer as many questions as I can about the detox or any other things that you have. Okay, guys, so let's stop the presentation so I can go and answer your questions. So start sharing your questions. All right, guys. So wonderful. As I said, hopefully this is useful. Any comments are welcome. Please again share in the comment section what was good, what was not. Not an issue. Okay. So great. So let's see what people have already posted the questions over here. Um, Himani is a question. I have lupus. What steps should I follow to get into remission? Can I consult you? But I live in India. So Himani, we do consult people all over the world. Although like it becomes more and more challenging because we have very limited slots of people working with us. So please email us, and then we can try to see what we can do. But the bottom line is that lupus is an autoimmune condition, so you need to work on all of your root causes. So it's going to be a process. It's not going to be easy. A lot of work is done. A lot of people can see benefit, but it's a long process. Your lupus is not getting better in a day or two. Majority of the autoimmune diseases will require at least 4 to 6 months of working on the body to get better, but it is possibility. We have made a lot of videos on autoimmune processes to discuss the whole process of reversing autoimmune diseases. Is very difficult on these live sessions, but I will encourage you to watch my videos on autoimmune diseases. That would be useful for you too, as a good start for you. Okay. Shelja's question: what can we do about UTI other than antibiotics? So obviously UTIs can happen because of poor gut microbiome. So working on your gut health, improving, taking good quality probiotics, that can be useful. A lot of people are already aware of cranberry juices, which can be sometimes useful for people for UTIs. So again, normal cranberry juice doesn't work. So if you can get capsules of it, or concentrated cranberry juice could be useful. But otherwise, working on getting a good quality probiotic to improve your gut health, which hopefully will also improve your urinary tract gut microbiome. A lot of people think that the microbiome, which is the bacteria, lives only in our gut, but we have good bacteria that lives in our urinary tract area also, so vaginal area also. So that's the reason we have to work on all of those good bacteria everywhere. Rene has a question. Well, if you don't have a juicer in order to make celery juice, is there another way to make celery juice, or can you eat straight celery? Yes, you can eat straight celery. That's perfectly fine. In fact, one of my favorite ways is actually that's my evening snack. I take celery sticks with my hummus and eat them that way. So that's a great way for me to get some good fiber, as well as that's a very good filling snack for me. You can do guacamole with celery sticks, but hummus is good. Yes, but you can do it otherwise. You don't have to juice them. Okay, a lot of people don't like the texture or taste of celery sticks, so that's the reason they go with juicing. But you can do without that also. Okay, next question. If we have an imbalance of hormones issues and iron ferritin deficiency, can we use this detox to help my eczema? Well, so eczema is an inflammatory condition. So whenever you have inflammation in your body, first you need to work on at least pacifying that inflammation before you jump into detox, right? Everybody wants to go on detox first, and that's the biggest mistake everybody does. First, You need to work on reducing inflammation in the body. Once the inflammation is slightly better or controlled, then the next step is working on detoxification. Okay, so if you have seen our previous live sessions, we have extensively talked about diet, supplements, and other things that you can do for in reducing inflammation. So that's the first place you need to go. Never go on detox as the first way of healing your body. That's where it backfires, that's where it starts hurting your body. Okay, so for eczema, definitely use omega 3s, which are really good over there. Work on your gut, which is very important. Majority, 90% of skin disorders, guys, starts in your gut. Okay, a lot of people are not aware of it. Whether it's acne, whether it's eczema, whether it's hives, rashes, all of those things, your gut is messed up. You might not have symptoms, but that's where your problem is there. So work on your gut inflammation, your gut health, your leaky gut microbiome, then only your things are going to get better. So that will be my recommendations. Imbalance of hormones again starts in the gut, but yes, working on imbalance of hormones will be good. Hopefully you're talking about female hormones, but hormones do not stop at female hormones. We're also looking at insulin, thyroid, adrenal hormones also. So you need to definitely work on the rebalancing those hormones. Okay, how long and how often to do the detox? That's a good question. So I will recommend doing the detox for around 6 to 8 weeks, and then taking a break of couple of months, and then doing another detox. So if you do one detox every quarter, I think that should be good for majority of the people. But again, I cannot give individual advices because everybody is different, right? So what kind of body a person is, I'm assuming the person is healthy and everything is okay, then only you are going to do the detox. And but for my healthy people or people who are relatively in good health and shape, I ask them to do a quarter detox every quarterly basis, so that they can, whatever toxin they are accumulating, they remove it. So that's the case. Let's see what other questions we have over here. um, Supriya has a question. My CRP is 10. Sugar is 7.5. Started your inflammation diet and tea. Can you give any advice? Yeah, I mean, inflammation diet is great place to start. Supplements are next place for you to add. Inflamapro is a great supplement which helps in CRP reduction. High dose omega 3 that we have formulated is also a good place to start with reducing inflammation. So adding those two supplements with the inflammation diet should eventually help you in reducing your CRP. If it is not, that's where you need to start looking why. Okay, and that's where you need to start looking whether it is the toxins accumulated in your system, whether you have a poor gut microbiome, whether you have a chronic parasite in your gut, whether you have candida in your gut, or basically you might have other chronic infections in your body that might all be doing it. So that's where you need to start finding why, but add the supplements with the diet, and do that for as I said, maybe a couple of months, and still not getting better. That's where you start looking at other things, because until you work on those root causes, sometimes things don't get better. So again, I keep on telling people, root causes, not cause but causes. If you are not better, if you're not feeling better, then you have not yet addressed all of the root causes. Okay, so once you address all of the root causes, do get feel better. How do you tell if the turmeric is good to buy? Nobody knows that. Maybe you can tell me that. I am not aware of it. Very difficult. You have to get chemical analysis done of that particular turmeric. That's the reason I rely heavily on supplements as a way to get my curcumin. So that's what I recommend people. But yes, you can always have fresh turmeric and see how that works for you. But yes, except for the chemical analysis, I do not know how to analyze if turmeric is good quality or not. Okay, we are coming to the end of the session, guys. So I'll take a few more questions and then we will have to close the session today. So I will take a few more and then we will end it today. I think the presentation went a little bit longer, but I wanted to give you information, and then hopefully we'll keep doing more live sessions as we go along. Okay. Um, Lisha has a question. My daughter is sicker. She is 7 years and repeated gut infection inflammation. Will turmeric help her? It should. But if she's getting repeated infection, that means her immunity is poor. So again, gut immunity needs to be looked into. Okay, definitely probiotic, actually good quality probiotic will be very important. Working on gut inflammation, leaky gut, and improving a diet would be a very good place to start. And if it still keeps on getting infection, I will look for a functional medicine provider. Okay, because that is not normal for a 7 year old, and that needs to be looked into and worked at in terms of why that is happening. So very very important that you also need to work on that. Will detoxification help with female hair loss from low thyroid? What else can work to please? Well, hair loss is a very big problem. Detoxification directly helps with hair loss? Not really, because the hair loss typically is happening because your body is sending signals to your hair follicles that you do not need to grow new hair. There is a disaster happening in the body. You need to take care of the disaster first, then only we are going to send supplies or resources to grow new hair. Okay, so that means you need to give your body nutrients first, reduce inflammation in the body, then you need to support your mitochondria, right? So let's say you said you do have a thyroid disorder, so you need to take a supplement which will have zinc, selenium, L-tyrosine, as well as iodine should be there in your diet. These are all the things which support your thyroid and hair growth. High dose omega 3s, which again supports your hair growth, so you need to do that. Make sure you get your iron levels checked. If your iron is low, you need to take iron, which again supports your hair health. And then after that is where you start working on detoxification with curcumin, turmeric, milk thistle, glutathione. That's where you work at. Okay. Again, make sure you're buying good quality supplements and things. As you might already be aware, we have these all of these thyroid and other supplements, so you can buy from there. But I will start from there first. Okay. The detox directly is not going to improve your hair health. After you're done with those things, then only detox will work for it. Okay, so that's the case. Jay Prakash, the question, pemphigus vulgaris, so that's an autoimmune disease. I'm sorry, I don't have any direct recommendation which is very specific for that. So I apologize for that because I've not seen any particular supplement that specifically works for it. But generally, an autoimmune protocol should work for you. Okay. So that's great. So wonderful. Talk about NAC. So NAC is N-acetylcysteine. As I said already, that basically it's a precursor to glutathione. So either you can use glutathione directly, or you can do NAC, whichever is convenient for you to use. Both of them work good. I prefer to use glutathione because ultimately NAC needs to convert into glutathione. So why not go for glutathione directly? So that's what I use in my practice, specifically liposomal version of glutathione because directly enters your cells. All right, guys, that was really, really nice meeting with you today. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate you coming over here, spending the time and attending to these live sessions. Please coming over here. The goal is to keep doing these live sessions as much as possible so we can share new information with you. Keep sharing in the comment section what you like, what you don't like, what things you want us to cover in the future. And again, thank you so much for showing the love. Means a lot for me that you guys are coming over here and sharing a lot of your things and showing up over here. So please keep doing that, and we will go from there. We'll keep coming back. Please sending your questions. I apologize if I was not able to take all of the questions. It is not easy, but I try my level best for doing that. But we'll see you in future live sessions with more new information and topics for you. And also answering questions as much as possible. Till the time, take care. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. Okay, guys. Take care. Bye bye.